in doing this painterly effect into my textures, but I wanted something that's procedural. These works are by an artist called Craft Reaper on YouTube. This is his profile pic. You can find him on YouTube. It's Craft Reaper. Reaper as in Grim Reaper. Craft as in Minecraft. And he makes a lot of these cool painting, cool 3D models. These are all 3D models, but the thing is, they are procedural. Now these are like, okay, I love these actually. I really love these, and I want to make something similar, but I want to make them procedural. So what might say, you can sort of do like this 3D normal paint thingy that a lot of people have been doing. But the thing with that is it sort of makes your model look like it's made out of clay, and I don't really like how it looks like because in the shadows it just changes value instead of changing hue. The thing that makes these paintings look so good is that the shadows, besides also changing value, they change hue as well, and they also change saturation. You know, like look at this. This is blue over here. This is a pink and purple. This is pink. This is a bit orange, but it looks so good. Meanwhile, in Blender, if you do a toon shade or if you do this and that, it just changes value. Here's an example creator. I'm gonna show you guys. This is my base color. Okay, base color. Here's what Blender does. Change hue, change value. That's it. Want it a bit darker now? Here you go, dark. This is what Blender does. Okay. Meanwhile, this is what I'm looking for. I want it to go a bit like this. This already looks better than this. Okay, now I have been trying to get like this procedural painterly effect that actually works on my computer, because I've tried messing around with normals, but it just doesn't look good. I don't know why that is. For some reason the computer just doesn't like shade normals properly. It doesn't calculate the lights properly whenever I try to do them, and it's just a whole mess. So I've tried to figure out something that works for my computer, that gives me an effect similar to this one, or similar to this one. Basically, it looks like painted, and you can get something similar to these with enough tweaking and messing around. I just did this yesterday, so it's still a bit rough, and the model I use is kind of low poly, because the high res model just wasn't didn't want to open. This shading technique is very intensive on your GPU. At least from in my case. Maybe for you it's different. My computer is also a bit weaker, and this is how it looks like. Look at this, bro! Look how cool this is. Let me show you guys this. This basically looks like something you'd see in Hellboy. Like, tell me, does it look like something you'd see in Hellboy, bro? Look how cool this is. I really love this. Really love this. Okay. Also, I made it so you can also put like a colored light, and it affects the hue. So it changes hue based on what color light you have. Personally, I wouldn't do that, because again, depending on your computer, it might be very intensive on your GPU, and there are like smarter ways to achieve the same effect. If you really want to, you can, but personally, I'd avoid it. Look at this. Look at how the ink bleeds through the clothes, man. Look at how the ink bleeds. Like, look at that, bro. Like this is a painterly effect. This is something I like. This is what I started off on Spider-Man. It has around 4,000 polys faces, and bro, my computer just didn't want to open after that. When I put like these shaders on, this is kaput. I can't do that. Also, as I was saying before, notice how it's yellow on the red in the highlighted areas, and it's light blue, but it's purple in the shadowy areas. It's a bit purple over here. It changes hue, and that's what I like, bro. That's what I like. That's what I wanted to make. Like it looks straight out of a comic book, man. So cool. Here's a shaded version. Here's like a more painted version. I used like a crayon texture for this one because that's the one I had on end, and I was just trying to test around with it, and I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah. This one's really cool actually. I really like this one. Okay, this is the thumbnail I'm going to use. Look how cool this looks, man. This looks very grungy and stuff like that. Really love this. I really love this effect. So yeah, I'm just going to show you guys the model real quick. This is how the model looks like without all the coloring in it and anything. It's kind of cool. It looks like something out of like Hellboy. You'd see like this in like an Hellboy comic or something like that. It's really cool. Or like Dorohedoro maybe, or I don't know, some anime. It's really cool. I really like the painted effects of the colors and everything bouncing around. Oh, that's so cool, man. That's so cool. Okay, go on viewport setting, viewport mode. Oh, look how cool it is, man. I really love how like the black inks across the body like that. God, that's so beautiful. Texturing and shading are king when it comes to 3D models, bro. Your model can look like straight up dookie, but if your textures are good, your model looks good, man. Oh God, this looks so good, man. Oh, it's so stylish, bro. It's so stylish, like the green and everything. It's literally like a green light, and I can change it. It changes hue. Look at the hose. Look at the hose. They're a bit blue right now. So cool, man. This is so artistic, bro. I love this. I really love this. Okay, so I'll show you guys how I did. Oh my God, this looks so pretty with the green that's going to the blue. It looks so pretty. Basically, to start off, you need three textures. You can make these textures however you like. Okay, one is supposed to be a darker texture. One is the base colors of your texture, and the other are the lighter colors. Okay, once you have those, you need a color ramp attached to a principal BSDF. Attach attach the shader or to RGB to principal BSDF, and you need a color ramp. Now with the color ramp, you have to set it on constant, and now you have this line over here. Use only two colors, black and white. Now basically what we are telling the shader to do is put one texture in the black area and another texture in the white area. This is like a mask you'd use in Photoshop. Okay. To start off, we are going to use a black emission node. The color is set to black. A mix shader and our dark texture. We're going to build from the darkest colors to the lightest colors. Okay. Now we add the checker, like the texture, the dark texture we have to the last node of the shader, to the last plugin number 2, and we add the emission to the first one, and we put the color ramp to the factor. Now the black one is always colored by by the first shader, and the white one is always colored by the second shader. Boom. Then you have this. Okay. Now we do the same. We we make two other color ramps for the medium areas. Here in the darker shadow, we are going to put the darker shadow texture that we made, and here in the dark areas, we are going to put the medium color, the base texture we made. So move them around accordingly. I also added a gray line over here. That's to mix the colors better. Okay. Then you do the same thing. You add mix nodes, and you collect and you plug everything in. Same way you did the last darker texture, and it's supposed to go like this. This is how it's supposed to look like. Then you add another one, and this is how it's supposed to look like. See, it already looks better than all the other toon shaders you see. This is another way of doing a toon shading, and look how cool this looks, man. Okay. Then, if you have line art that you want to add, you add your line art textures. You plug it to a factor. You plug to a factor of the mix shader, and in the second you add the mission node, black, set it to black. Then you plug the combined shade of all three together into the second node over here, and this is what you get. As you can see, the line art is affected by the lighting. That's cool. Okay, now maybe you want to add like textures or something so it looks more painterly, because that's the point. That's the point of everything. So you make a paint texture. I made this in Krita. You basically take a gray brush, a textured brush, and you rub them across. This is how I made this. Okay, add it to the base, add it to the principal, the BSDF connected, and this is what you get. Now this is the painterly effect that I was showing you guys before. Look at the ink like growing and everything, bro. This is so cool. Actually, let me try something else. Add like a gray color over here. So the black mixes better with the darker shade. Let it load. My computer is a bit slow. Okay. Okay. Make this a bit lighter. Okay, make this a bit more lighter. Actually, almost like this. Yeah. Leave it like this. Yeah. So it has like a texture to it. Maybe yeah, 40 looks good. 40 looks good. Yeah, I love this, man. I love this. Look at this, bro. Like this already looks better than most, bro. Than most stuff you see online. Yeah, this looks great, man. This looks great. Okay, so next we are going to show you how to make it so it changes to the color of the light. So it like catches the value or the color that the light has. So I set up the node for the color thingy off screen. because it takes so much processing power. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it while recording. Okay, so this is a setup. You basically add another principal BSDF, connect that to the previous shader you made, then you add the shader to RGB, separate color, add a combined color node, set them to HSV, set both combined color and separate color to HSV. Then you only connect the hue, the saturation, you make it go to a color ramp, the value, you make it go to a color ramp. And set the color ramp both to constant and have the white go all the way as close to black as possible. This is how you get this effect, and in my opinion it's not even worth it. like yeah, it's kind of cool to have like this cartoonish look to it and have like a color and add like interesting colors to like maybe set design and stuff like that, but there gotta be like a better way to do it, man. There has to be a better way to do it. This just takes so much processing power that my computer can't handle it. Although I have to say my computer is very weak, so if your computer can handle it, go for it and do this. Do like everything, do whatever you want. But yeah, it's still kind of cool, and it gets the job done. But you have to see if it's worth it. It just taxes a lot, and some people can't afford to pay that tax. Like me, for example, I just can't afford to do this. I tried this before, and for some reason, it just destroyed my textures. Like, look at this, look at this, look at this. I have no reason why. I have no idea why the textures are completely destroyed here. No idea why. Like, it just gives me pink, pink, pink. Okay, black. Pink, 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 pink. Okay, black. No idea. No idea why. It takes so much processing power that my computer glitched out. So I had to redo everything. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to do this, you can. Personally, I'm not really into that. God, this is so pretty though. By this I mean like the color thingy, the colored light thingy. God, this is so pretty though. This is so pretty. Yeah, so that's how it done. Okay. Bye, I guess. Bye.